The team you're facing, the 14th, arguably one of the worst Manchester United sides ever. Are you planning to rest any players ahead of the Sunday?
So that's a strange question. No, of course, I'm not going to plan to rest any player because it's a big game, and I think it's, for me, I said it before the first fixture, and I can say it one more time, that they have much better players, in my opinion, than maybe the league table shows at the moment. And I think it's going to take a while maybe for Ruben Amorim to bring this out of the players. I don't know, but they will definitely go up, and they are much better than the league table shows.
Against West Ham, brilliant performance. Mo Salah was incredible. Trent Alexander-Arnold was fantastic as well. He's 26 now. How much better do you think he can get?
There's always room for improvement for every player. So Mo is 32 and he can still do things better. It's hard to say because he is on such great numbers. But just before I came in, I was checking our game against West Ham, and I saw him at halftime. Mo walking off the pitch a bit frustrated when we were 3-0 up, and I think that had to do with him missing a few chances that he's not used to, missing chances. But Trent can still improve. I think I saw a bit of improvement already this season. So these players are top of the world, so there's not a lot of room for improvement anymore. But there's always a bit of improvement, and especially defensively, Trent, in my opinion, has made a step up this season. And I think in some games he was outstanding in every part of the game, but there's been sometimes a bit of an up and down as well. In other games he could have done a bit better, so it's about consistency for top players, and that is maybe where the biggest improvement for Trent is.
And we've all heard about the bid from Real Madrid for Trent. Have you spoken to him at all since then?
I speak to every player once in a while, and that is for Trent the same. So yes, I spoke to him. Yeah.
Hi Anna. Can we just check where Ibou, Konate, Joe Gomez, Conor Bradley are with their recovery, and if you're expecting to be missing anyone else this weekend?
Yeah, Joe is of course not in a good place when it comes to his injury. He's out for a few weeks, that's for sure. And Conor and Ibou will train with us today for the first time. So yeah, curious and interested to see where they exactly are. Of course, they've worked hard to come back to the team, but it's always the next step is always how do you handle team sessions. So they will train with us today, the two of them.
And the rest of the squad is in good shape as well?
Yeah. Of course they still have to come in, but we trained yesterday. And I assume everybody's fit, although we're in a period of time where some people get sick as well, but nothing heard about that yet. So hopefully everybody's ready to be part of, except for Joe Gomez, to be part of the game on Sunday.
You obviously took charge of this club in different circumstances to that of Ruben Amorim at Manchester United. But can you sympathise with the pressure that he's under as a manager, also taking charge of a Premier League club for the first time?
I think every manager sympathises with every other manager, because we all know how much pressure this job brings. That's not different for him than for me or for any other manager that works in the Premier League or somewhere else around the world. This is a job where there's a lot of pressure. This is also something we like, otherwise we definitely must not do this. Like I said, he's done so well at spotting Portugal that and again, I think he has a good squad of players as well, so he will eventually bring the best out of them.
Mo Salah scored and provided 2 assists last time you two met. Top scorer in the Premier League as well. Is there a better player in the world right now than Mo Salah?
That question I got after the West Ham game, and I think it's difficult to compare players. So I think if I only look at my own team, not to other teams, but Virgil also has an outstanding season. But yeah, he doesn't have the numbers like Mo because he's a defender. So it's difficult to judge players in different positions, but the numbers Mo has at the moment speaks for itself. And mostly when we talk about the best players in the world, we talk about attackers. So it's been for a long time Messi and Ronaldo, where we spoke about. So then, yeah, if you then simply look at his numbers and the way he's playing, the work rate he has for the team, he's definitely a great player.
Hi, Arne. The scrutiny that Premier League managers come under is incredibly intense, and when results aren't going your way, then you come in for a bit of hammer. That's happening now for Ruben Amorim and for others. How difficult, though, is it as a manager to stick to your principles when things do go wrong and you have your own ideas and yes, you know, there's some flexibility within that, but when results go against you and you want to stay true to your principles, but how difficult is it to sort of to try and turn things around but maintain what it is that's got you to where you are?
Yeah, that always depends. So you can only look at the score, and then sometimes it's difficult to convince players, but you can also look at the performance. And for example, I've watched before we played Tottenham, the game at Tottenham against Man United, and then when it came to performance, I think there were a lot of things they did really well. So this is what you can show to the players, but I don't think any manager in this league, because they are so experienced, they've done so well in so many clubs. They don't need my advice, but you are asking me what would I do if the performance go against you. If the results go against you, you try to focus on performance. And even though when results go your way, like it is at the moment for us, I still show the players how small the margins are. I think we were 2-1 up against Leicester when Mo got quite a big chance in the 18-yard box of Leicester. We lost the ball, he lost the ball, counter-attack, and they were in front of Alisson. That was on 2-1, I think somewhere around the 70th minute. So margins in football when it comes to results are really small, because this is a low-scoring sport. So if you play basketball or you play tennis, then mostly the one that's best always wins the game. But in football that doesn't always happen because it's a low-scoring sport. So these margins are really small. And then if you only focus on results, and the last 3 or 4 results for United didn't go their way. But second half performance against Newcastle was, I think, also really good for them. So there have been moments in games or longer periods in games that they've played really well. And I think these are the things you focus on as a manager if the results don't go your way.
This game will mark 7 years to the day since Virgil van Dijk made his Liverpool debut, scoring the winner in a Merseyside derby. So a fabulous start. You knew a lot about him, of course, before you came here. What's enabled him to become the Rolls Royce of a defender that he is? And even as he gets older, there appear to be so few blemishes to his game, and you can count the mistakes he makes almost on the fingers of one hand. What is it about him that makes him so special?
Then I have to make a long list, because the best players in the world have so many great attributes. So I think Virgil has a lot of game intelligence, so he reads the game really well. He's big and strong. He's fast. I was impressed by his how he is in ball possession. So that was from the first session I did. I was, wow. This is someone, he can delay his choice, he can wait for the last moment to play a ball through the lines. So, yeah, he's a complete player, which is probably same like Mo. Otherwise, you don't belong to the best players in the world or the best player in the world in your position. So, one of the reasons is that they hardly have anything that is not good enough. Of course, even for Virgil, there are some things of his game we would like to see he could improve on a bit. Probably going to ask me what, but I'm telling Virgil this. But he's doing outstanding for us. And one of the things I didn't say now, but I said in many other press conferences, he's also the one that leads the team from start to finish. And with start to finish, I mean, if we go out on the training ground, the moment I blow my whistle and the exercise starts, I will hear for sure one player, and that's Virgil. So he brings a lot of positive energy to the club as well, and a lot of positive energy in the group. So he's done really well, but that is also the standard at this club. If you don't perform like this, then you're not good enough anymore to play for this club. So they have to keep staying at this level to play for this club, and that's what they've done. Mo and Virgil for 8 years now, maybe. Mo a bit longer. Mo was here longer already. Okay.
Thank you.
Arne, your squad has over 30 league winners' medals in it. How much stock do you put in that experience? How valuable do you see that being in the second half of the season?
30 league medal winners. That means that the whole team won the league 30 times. Is that what you mean?
Different leagues.
Yeah, different. Yeah, maybe sometimes in the same team, but yeah.
I think it's 9 from the Premier League team in 1920. Obviously, still in the squad.
Okay. How much difference does this make? That was your question.
How much stock do you put in that? How valuable is that for you?
It's always important that you have players that or staff members that know how to win things. But yeah, I would be surprised if I work at a club like Liverpool. You would have told me you don't have anyone who won the league in their career, because we are here one of the best clubs in the world. So probably it's normal that there are players over here that have won many things in their career. So it is definitely helpful, but the most thing that helps us winning games is work rate and quality of the players. So of course sometimes it can help if you are used to winning big games, but yeah, that's what's quite normal if you play at this club, that you are used to playing big games.
Have you maybe seen specific moments though in tough circumstances in the first half of the season where you've noticed that kind of goes beyond leadership, but moments where the players are taking it upon themselves to marshal themselves through situations?
Yeah. Last half hour against Newcastle, I saw players that really stepped up, a team that really stepped up, and sometimes I think Southampton was a bit the same when we were in not the League Cup game but the other one, in a difficult position. So yeah, definitely some moments. And I can come up with probably some other games, but the one that really stands out was Newcastle. I think we had a tough first half, tough first hour, and then when Trent came in, when Dominic came in, and from the ones that stayed in the team, they found another gear, and there you could see how special they are. Yeah.
Carl?
Hi. Just to go back to your Trent conversation. What have you actually said to him in light of Real's interest in winning the league?
Do you really think?
Generally, no, I don't know exact words, but generally, what's your thoughts to him?
No, I can completely understand the question that you ask it, but I think you already know the answer. These conversations I have never shared, not about Trent, not about any other. What I talk to them about, I just said the same about Virgil. Of course, there are things that Virgil can improve. I talked to him about this as well. It was a conversation as many others we had, me and Trent, and yeah, let's leave it to this.
Because it could be for some players. It might be destabilising for that interest for just a big club to come at this stage of the season.
If it would destabilise players at Liverpool, if other people talk about them, then we would really have a problem, because if you play at one of the biggest clubs in the world, everybody always for 12 months long is talking about you, sometimes in relation to other clubs. That happens so many times for our players, that if that destabilizes them, then we really would have had a problem, not only now but in the past 6 months, because I think there were some talks about our players also in the last 6 months, and I don't think that they destabilized them at all.
Can you say on Trent that categorically you won't let him go in January regardless of what happens with his contract?
I can tell you that he's playing on Sunday. That he is. And hopefully he brings the same performances as he brought in for the last half year. Because I think everybody saw how great of a first half of a season he had, how much he is here, how much he wants to win here. Played an incredible game against West Ham. I think we all remember that pass he gave. I think it was second. We played to that side. That was the first half. First half, yeah. Pass he gave to Mo. So I see him on a training ground every day, working his ass off. So he's fully committed to us, and he will play on Sunday. If they don't tell me he's sick, but I don't expect him to.
Hi Arne. Around this time last season, a struggling Manchester United side, off the back of a few home defeats, came to Anfield to face the Liverpool team looking to go top of the table. Liverpool had 34 shots that day, didn't score any of them. So what do you think is the key to making sure the dominance in the league table is reflected in the final scoreboard?
Yeah, the things I've said many times. If you want to win a game, you have to outwork the opponent. Then second of all, you need a good balance in set pieces, especially in the big games against quality players. And then if that is balanced out or that is the same, then it's mostly about the quality of the players. So if you have 34 shots, then that tells me that you need maybe a bit of luck as well then sometimes during a game. But maybe it was also really well defended by United. I don't remember the game really well, so maybe they threw themselves every time in front of a ball. That's also part of winning games. And yeah, we need to be in the best possible way prepared, because every game in the Premier League is a difficult one, but especially a game where you face quality players that I think will feel, okay, this is a chance for us to make their fans proud again. So if they do the same winning at West Ham United away, the fans will like it, but it's even more important for them to win here at Anfield. And then quality players are always dangerous if they set their mind to something. So we have to be really well prepared to beat United.